150 names.
150 names.
150 names on it,
Yes.
okay.
And then the birds, I always pointed out the birds.
And that's the GIMP style of weaving hair, right? The GIMP.
I think so.
Well, a GIMP was any of the piecework that was like each individual flower, I think, was all GIMP work with wire
Yes.
and twisting and
Yes.
okay.
And then this one has, I think, 80. I can't read that. Maybe you can.
80 some names.
80 some names. I
Okay,
remember.
80 plus names.
Yeah.
86.
86.
Okay.
Has it got? Oh, it's got. They're all because they're all numbered.
They're all numbered.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would bring up that sometimes the list of names is on the back of the frames, and some we don't even have the list of names. But this was their genealogy.
Okay.
And also sometimes the penmanship would be brought up. You see that on all the lists.
Yes.
How nice the penmanship is.
It was beautiful.
I had teachers talk about the penmanship.
I believe
And They
that.
don't teach that anymore.
No.
No. My grandmother was an English teacher. And she had beautiful penmanship. I have kept some of her letters.
And then the reason so many of them were in the horseshoe shape was because they were a form of genealogy. And you could start down here with the mother and dad, and then as children came along, work up either side. And
Because you could keep adding to it.
Yeah.
All right, we said this couple down here are husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
Okay. Anything about the lady in the gold frame? She's just extra. Just hair on a postcard.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you remember anything about this one, Rosie? Because it seems like
Unless I brought up the pearls that were in it, that some, embellished with little pearls or beads or
beads of some kind.
Feathers
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
numerous things. Okay.
And this
Is that?
is, oh my gosh.
That's why I would bring this up because of the knots.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
Um,
Those are unique.
yeah,
It's a special knot.
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I
you're
can't
right.
think of what it is.
I
Well, it's
can't
probably in the
either
book.
now.
Yeah, it's probably, so I would look for that one in the
Okay.
book
All right.
and
Yeah.
find out what that knot is.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 little babies.
Well, and I dare say, just from what I know, that the hair around each of those pictures belonged to that child.
Yes.
Even, older.
And they're all in the same shirt.
Yes, they're all wearing the same
okay.
outfit.
as they got old enough to take the picture.
Yes.
Okay, so siblings.
And then of
All
course Ozzy.
Yes. Yes.
And we were here that night, weren't we?
I wasn't.
Behind it.
Yeah, because
It's all
not
still intact. I mean, it's just so well preserved.
And that fabric could be what they used on the inside of coffins.
yes, yes, because the undertaker was who could make the frames.
Right.
Okay. Or the
And had the
mortician.
fabric
And had the
to
fabric.
use.
Because not all of them have fabric.
No.
Nope. And then I would go to the mother one. Is that glue that they used? The mother one right
Oh,
here.
okay, right there.
Yes.
Or
Isn't
egg
that
whites.
glue?
Is it glue or egg white? I know a lot of things were done with egg whites. I remember Mother talking about that.
Yeah, I remember her saying that too.
If it was laying in the bottom.
She had to, and she totally redid it. It was in an old frame, falling apart. Yeah,
Okay.
and because I just thought it was so pretty, and the little
I love those.
these
Yeah.
little pieces right here.
Now,
And
did
the
she ever
apron-
say anything about the hair color in that one?
I did.
Okay.
I love the hair colors
Yeah,
in that one.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
the
And then-
white hair, a lot of times, I know
Yeah.
I heard her talk about some of the white hair was from horses, but other times the white hair could be human.
You
Yeah.
can tell the
Because-
horse
So you
hair.
can tell horsehair.
Yeah,
It's
you
much
can.
coarser.
Yeah.
In
There's
fact,
not that
there's
many.
And I'd always point out the little acorn.
acres.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
thought that always looked like a fish.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the red things are the eyes. I don't know. And family tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This family
okay.
tree over here.
Yeah, because that's kind of unusual, not being in a horseshoe. Okay. All righty. It's got stars.
I don't remember.
moon. It's the moon.
The moon and the
stars.
stars. Yeah. The celestial look. That's what I
Okay.
said.
Okay.
The celestial look. Because of the moon and the stars.
Okay.
And I tried to do my own research, and I had read that sometimes the one in the middle is the latest person of the family that had passed.
Oh.
And then it could be woven, you know.
Added in later.
Yes.
When somebody else died, then theirs
Yes.
got added in.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I'd never heard that one, but okay. I believe it. And you're saying this one up here with the flowers was one that Mother did,
Yes.
trying to copy somebody else's, and
Yes, she did on one.
She did on one and didn't get it.
Yeah.
but then
We have the
used
same story.
used bracelets for the bottom basket part.
That basket
Okay.
part, yeah.
All right.
And this one, there was an interesting story about this grandmother Flanagan.
I don't remember.
She, oh my gosh, she sewed, and I can't remember the figures. She offered the guy so much. Oh gosh. You don't remember that?
I don't.
And he, I mean, he was insulted. He wanted, I forget. I
Whole lot
don't
more.
remember, a whole lot
He
more.
was real proud of it.
And so she kept watching it
Oh.
and watching it, and it didn't sell, and so finally she went back to him and she offered him the original price that she was willing to pay, and he took it.
What she knew it was
That
worth.
story sounds familiar.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
wish I could remember the figures.
Okay.
It out that this was seeds and nuts.
Okay. Extra stuff in this.
Yeah.
Not all.
That's Garfield, right?
And that's Garfield.
Okay.
I don't think it has any hair at all in it. It's just the seeds and
Okay.
nuts. I love this one because I love the color.
Didn't Leila do that?
Yes, she did that
That's
one.
her-
You're
is
right.
that her
And
hair?
that's her hair. Yes.
Oh, it
That
is?
is one she did.
Yes.
You're right.
Oh.
Yes.
So that's Mother's hair?
I believe
I think so.
So every time I gave her a haircut and saved her hair, she actually did something with it. Okay.
Is there somebody else's hair in there too?
Yes.
Of who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this the workmanship. Oh, gosh.
yeah.
The workmanship. Look at that fuchsias.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
And
flowers.
Leila said that probably took as long as any piece in this museum
I wouldn't
to
doubt it.
make.
And she told us how many petals were in this flower.
56.
There you go. See?
I'm surprised this much is coming back to me.
I know.
Oh, wives or the fiance would make it for her husband.
Her fiance.
Her fiance,
fiance.
yeah.
Her
Okay.
husband.
Yes.
Husband to be.
And that
Okay.
these were watch chains, and so that every time he went to check the time, he'd be reminded of his wife.
Of
or
his love.
fiancé.
And didn't Leila say that if a man was wearing a watch like this, he was taken?
Well,
Yes, I think so.
if
Yeah.
if the history was that it was made by a woman,
Yes.
then yeah. And I always liked certain ones like the horseshoes up here and the different medallions there or
Yeah.
whatever is in the middle of them. Those were all unique.
This one girl, did she die?
she died.
Other than that, I don't remember.
But you know what?
She died.
I
I would bring up how the hair still has the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
That it's cut, but it didn't lose the body.
Here with the baby.
Now that one's definitely a memorial piece.
Yes, a memorial piece.
The baby in the casket and the baby,
Yes.
and a live
Yes.
picture of the little
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
I always liked that one.
Yeah.
You know, it always,
A hair wreath hanging on the wall. And then there were always comments about
yeah. Okay.
the way the women were dressed and with the umbrella.
And then this one here, this is our first introduction to horsehair.
Horsehair,
There's some horsehair
yeah.
in there.
Okay. All right.
The white hair there's the horsehair.
Yeah, and there is. Oh, Uncle Frank Thomas. The white
yes.
hair is from the tail of the favorite horse
Oh,
of
that's
Uncle
right.
Frank
That's
Thomas.
right. I knew
Okay,
there
there
was
you go.
something about an uncle.
All right.
Oh.
And then this
And then
one,
souvenir.
yeah. I didn't talk about that one much other than it was a cross.
Just a
It's pretty.
Yeah, and then this one was the married couple. The wife made it from her hair and her husband's hair. She used flowers from her wedding bouquet.
And do we know, was the fabric part of her dress?
I think it was. I believe it was.
Because I think there's one in the other
Yes.
room that had all the guests at the wedding.
Oh, yes,
It was a gift
yes.
on the first anniversary.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
That one
yes.
has the dress in it,
Yeah.
so, okay. All right, and then this is showing translation
Yes,
of that.
this one.
Yes.
Okay, because that's in German. Okay. Okay. Again. So Belgium on this one. Mm-hmm. That's one of the most unique frames too, I
Yes, yes.
think. Ornate
It is.
in its own way.
And I would bring up how much the frames are probably, some of the frames are
Yeah,
worth. And yeah.
Well, I know Mother bought
And
some
that-
pieces
Mm-hmm.
at antique. I watched her
Yes.
buy pieces at antique shops.
By frames.
She
to
was
put
yeah. And they would
hair
say,
wreath
"Do you want
in."
this in there?" "Oh yeah, just leave that in. I'll get rid of that myself." She was really after the hair,
Well,
but they
she
thought
also-
she was buying the frame.
I didn't know that.
But she
I didn't
also
know
bought
that.
frames.
Yes,
to
yes,
put
she
hair
did.
pieces
She
in.
did. But I saw her wrangle with some antique people. They thought she was after the frame, and she was really after the hair.
And then this is all horsehair.
Okay. Horsehair. All right.
I usually pointed out the butterfly and this one up here.
There are a couple of them with butterflies.
Yes, there's another one in
Number
here.
of
that's
them
really
with
pretty.
with birds, but
And I would always point out the beauty of that one and the
Yes.
red hair.
And, there's- yeah,
And the red
yes,
hair.
and the
red hair was unusual.
yeah.
Yep.
okay.
And then these three little girls, and we know nothing about them. Not a thing.
Alrighty.
I would point out that that Michael Jackson's hair came from when it was when there was
the
the caught
commercial.
on fire that for that
Pepsi
commercial. Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah, and Elvis, and then that in that Jenny Lind.
That's Jenny
Yes.
And I
Lynn,
would-
the
I would
singing-
bring up
She
the
was a
Greatest Showman,
singer.
that movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
'cause
Singing
that's-
Nightingale.
because Barnum is really is the one that brought her over
Yes.
for a concert tour.
Yes.
Okay.
And this was a piece
Of the gun.
of the pistol
Oh. Okay.
that Burr used.
Okay.
Hamilton shot in the air and Burr shot to kill
Okay.
and did.
Alrighty.
John Brown up there.
Okay. Do we know who's down here?
No, well, this is Lincoln. In
Oh,
fact, I would
oh,
ask people
okay.
to look at that photograph.
Oh,
Okay.
and I found that card online. It's worth money.
And,
Oh.
is it?
Yes.
I bet it is.
You can. I
Okay.
found a picture of that card
Yeah.
online. It's a calling card.
Huh. Okay. So is there any hair on
No,
that card?
it's just
It's just his.
feathers.
It's
But-
feathers in the
Like
flowers.
a memorial. Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But the real calling card.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good
And
to
then I
know.
think this is Queen. This is a
Queen Victoria.
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 Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The hair on them I actually sent through the mail. But I pointed out that they didn't machine stamp
Stamp
them
them.
like
Everything.
back
Yeah,
then,
you
like
couldn't,
they do
hand
yeah,
today.
you
stamp.
couldn't do that now. Yeah, I would point that out too.
Yeah. And then the babies.
And the babies.
And then
The
you
kit
could buy
you
that
could
print.
buy.
Yeah.
And put your own baby's hair. Okay, that's why the babies all look alike.
Yeah.
With different hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I used to just show them how they used and the stiffening agent.
That was the egg.
And here were hair pens to be used in the hair. And then this little couple up here. They've kind of gotten a little lopsided.
Yeah, they have.
I didn't remember them being that lopsided.
Okay, so.
And George Caleb
Okay,
Bingham.
Jordan is, yeah, famous for independence. Yeah, okay.
And those, some of those paintings are at our Capitol. He's
Oh,
got
okay.
a painting at our Capitol.
Well, isn't there something still at Truman Library?
I think
Is
so.
it one of the murals when you walk
I
in the
believe so,
front
yes.
that they kept
Yes.
when they rehabbed it?
I haven't been there since they instead of the hair pieces.
Okay.
And I would point out the names are hanging off the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's unique that way. Okay.
And there's some others in the back room that are that way as well.
Yeah.
In here, oh gosh, these were the sepias painted with pulverized hair. And this one, I think, is the oldest piece that we have. Wasn't it this one,
Yeah.
Rosie?
Yeah.
And do you remember what it dated back to?
I don't.
Neither. I can't. This is the oldest piece in the museum,
From.
1680.
Okay.
Dates back.
Embroidered with hair. I would point that one out.
And that,
And the
to me,
hairs.
that was amazing.
Yes.
And I would
Yes.
show them these
I
pictures.
would see the hair sticking out. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
And to think that that whole piece was done with hair.
Yeah.
And then the bonnets.
And most people don't know that the dish with the hole in the middle is the hair receiver. Yeah.
Do you know? So we've got real human hair on these and horse hair on that hat. Okay.
And then this would have been like a salesman's sampler.
He would have went
Okay.
door to door, and that would be his kit to show him what he could make.
And the picture of the guy above. Okay. I'm working on the. Okay.
Piece
First
that
piece.
she ever bought.
Yep, I remember that one.
And the story, Mr. Cahoon claims this was the most expensive item in the museum because look what it started. Look at what it started.
But do you know, she was actually shopping on the
for
plaza for
shoes.
Easter shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she passed the antique store
Yeah.
and saw this in the window and forgot the shoes and came back and bought this
Exactly.
instead. So no Easter shoes that year. 56.
Yep.
Okay. And then these are the picture
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
and they're
that's hair.
layered,
Yeah. Yeah.
layered glass with different levels
Yes.
of hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sepia hair.
Yeah.
above them.
Yep.
Okay.
See, you remember a lot
I
more
know
about it.
quite a
than-
bit from because she had
then
those
these
pieces
are
for
all
so long.
buttons.
With hair.
With hair.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all have hair in them.
Yeah, I think I helped put those in that case.
And then another hair dome.
And the doll down below.
And the doll.
Yeah. Spooky doll.
Yeah.
And then I believe the picture in here is hair
Oh
too.
yes.
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 Okay. All right. Do we have anything about this couple down here?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
They're just in there, so it's probably their hair. Okay.
Oh, and these were hair balls.
Oh, okay. I remember reading in one of the notebooks about hairballs. And I
Yes.
thought, okay, I know I've seen them, but I don't remember where. I know I'm getting a glare on this, but
Yeah.
there we go. There. Okay.
And then this has regular hair, but I always thought
Okay.
these bigger flowers were the horsehair.
Horsehair, so-
You
Yeah.
can
I-
tell
I-
that they're
And the
not.
color
Yeah.
kind of gives
And
it
then
away
this is
too.
And that's all
This is
horsehair.
all horsehair.
Okay. Dyed.
Dyed.
horsehair. Okay. All right. Okay.
She purchased to use for a shadow box, and just couldn't
Take it
bring
apart.
herself to
Yeah.
tear that out of there.
Because there's, are these the only leather
These
frames?
are the two leather. Well,
Okay.
was this one down here leather also?
It looks like
I
it.
think this one down here is leather
Okay.
also.
All right. So those are unique.
But this is the one that's really
Yeah,
amazing.
that one. It's always been fascinating to me. I'd have to clear some wall space.
And then this is hair embroidery.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I would point out the bag, or
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Is that hair?
yeah, that's hair.
Okay. Okay.
And then I pointed out on this one that these two pieces were very
Oh.
similar. That normally,
Now, were those? Am I remembering that those were two sisters that became nuns, and when they cut off their hair?
no.
Oh, that's
those are-
Is that
inside.
in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we don't know
I don't
history on
really
these.
know anything about these
Okay.
other than that they are very similar.
Similar.
And that, you know, you don't normally see that because each piece is unique.
Yes. Yes, but those
And,
are those
oh,
are.
I know what I would
duplicate.
do on this one. Some of the wreaths are very light and airy, like this one, and even this one, and then others
More dense.
more dense.
And I just
Okay.
noticed something
Heavier.
else. The little ringlets, the curl.
Oh yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
curl hair.
And you know what? That reminds me. There's one out here,
It's cut and
ringlets.
and
it
yet
keeps that
it keeps
curl.
that curl.
Yes.
But your mom said it had to be naturally curly for it to do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh yes,
Yes, definitely.
yes.
To curl like that. Yeah, length of hair. Okay.
And then how this was kind of a sampler of different, you know, designs,
Techniques.
and techniques, and what people could do.
Somebody
what
was
Okay.
learning how to do
Learn-
it. and
yeah,
decided to-
yeah, to
And
just
framed it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and
Okay.
I love that.
I
Okay.
love the flowers, the workmanship. Look at
workmanship
that
of
flower
it.
right there. Oh,
And the dates.
And the day,
Yes.
the names, and I would point out that it was Benjamin, and he married da da da, and they
he
had these
remarried.
children,
Yeah.
and then she died, and he married her sister,
Uh-huh.
and they had children, blah blah blah.
More
and,
kids. Yeah, and the ages or the
the
dates on the
ages
kids.
and,
Yeah,
and all that,
that's the page out of the Bible.
and then, like you say, some of these,
oh, they're
the
just
work is
amazing.
just
oh my gosh,
amazing.
they are. Look at this one.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. The workmanship is
Yeah.
just amazing in that one. That was always my favorite too.
Yeah. And the frame.
And that is one of the oldest ones. That's
Is
that
it?
one. Yeah,
I
that was
don't
one of the first.
know that I knew that, but
It's been around some of the longest.
and then I'd always point out the eagle up
Yeah.
here. So the curl up
Yeah.
here. And
So, is this one possibly the genealogy? Because we've got so much history
Well, it
and
could
names and
be.
stuff.
it could be.
I mean, there's others that have, but not as many over here.
Not
with,
as many
with
over
names
here.
and stuff. So this is
No,
probably the genealogy
I
one.
bet it is too.
I bet it is too.
So because of the history and info that she added to it.
And this one,
Good to know. I don't know that I ever did know that.
This one I would point out the
Oh,
funeral
yes.
sash.
and then I just, pointed out.
Stuff will go here.
I think I did too.
Just
That's the real bird. That's an old one. I think that one hung above the shampoo bowl in
Oh.
the other location of
Really?
the school, above the shampoo bowls. So it's an old one. Before she had the museum, that one hung.
This was a favorite just because of the workmanship.
And the hair colors.
And
I
then
always
the hair
liked the hair
colors,
colors
yeah.
the
on that one.
variety.
Yeah.
Of it. And then this one, The ribbon running through here was made of hair.
The ribbon is? Mm-hmm. Oh my. Okay, I never knew that.
And I would have fun with this one.
Okay. Okay.
Because what is
Yes. Oh, yeah.
that? Do you see what that is? Down inside
that
there?
pearl.
That's pieces of paper with the names on, or it's written on.
Yeah.
So I would have fun with this one. There's
Okay.
there's
And there's
more
another
right
one
here.
over there.
Yes.
Made into little, what, kind of seeds or something, or blossoms or something. I never knew that.
So this was a
Okay.
favorite of
Yeah.
mine too.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I don't think I did too much else here.
No.
Interesting basket here.
Yeah, the basket.
Okay. It's got somebody's info. Brothers.
There was another basket somewhere.
What language is that? Can you tell?
It looks
like-
French to me.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. The IEUX would be French.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, isn't this souvenir? Yeah, which is French.
Okay, and that one's just feathers up there.
Yeah.
That should be in the hallway.
I think there is some
There
hair.
Is there
Some
hair in that?
hair in
Okay.
that
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
there
it's
is some
mixed
hair.
in.
I
That's an
don't
old
think
one,
there's
too.
hair in
There's
this
not
one.
in this one, but there is in
Okay.
that one. And then the butterflies.
Yeah. That one's kind of unique in the shape of it. Unusual.
And then the
Yep.
The heart.
yeah.
Kind of looks like a little locket.
And another butterfly.
Another
down
butterfly.
here.
Yeah.
And they would
Those are
call
both
that
old.
like a chain, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the bracelets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the wall of crosses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they all have a cross.
Yeah, I always pointed out this one because
Yes.
it's kind of different. Yeah.
Okay.
Earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And brooches.
Then I researched the second shelf a little bit. Queen Victoria made that popular when
Okay. That style.
to curl a lock of hair when it was
Okay.
her husband.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Albert.
I can't. Albert.
Victoria and Albert. There's a Victoria and Albert museum
Yeah, I think so.
that Mother
Yeah.
went to.
Yeah.
And she, of course, was there and met with a curator and was seeing what pieces that they had. And the woman had on her white gloves and was pulling things out, and it was wrapped in tissue paper and all that. And she pulled out a brooch, and Mother said, "Oh, I've got one like that." Dug in the bottom of her purse, pulled it out. The woman about had a cow.
I think the three curls
His
mean
mother used
something
to-
too, but I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, that I
think the
don't
three
know either.
curls mean
Symbolic.
something, but I don't remember.
Kind of like the suffragette stuff and the colors of the green and the pink and the pearl.
Oh, this was an old one too. Mm-hmm. That's an old one
Yes.
too. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they weren't all antiques, we could call that one an antique.
Is there human skin or something in that? There's something funny about this one. What is it?
It's what is that called?
Vellum?
It's the
Well, vellum is paper.
it's the interior of the cow's
Like they make sausage skins is interior of pig. Okay, but what part of it is in there?
remember what it is. I think the cross. It's the cross that.
Yeah,
It is
it looks
the
like it.
cross.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Made of
I can
that,
see
yes.
something's okay.
Gosh, there's a word for it, but I don't remember, Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
There's a
strings
couple of
are
them.
made
Couple
Yeah.
wires. Those are unusual, different. More crosses up above. Okay.
And then the one over there that's the daughter hair from her mother's hair.
Okay. Oh. Go ahead.
Your mom found this one at an antique shop.
Yes, that's an old one.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was
been
all
around.
scrunched up.
wadded up.
Paper
Yeah,
bag.
in a
wadded
paper
up.
bag,
Yeah.
And she got it out and
Realized how long it was.
yes,
Yeah.
and decided to do it in that
Shape.
long.
Yeah, that's unique. Probably was supposed to be in a horseshoe, but
Probably,
it looks pretty in there.
yeah, but it does look pretty in that. Yeah.
I always liked
And
that
this
one up
is
there.
embroidery.
Yeah, they used embroidery thread in both of those.
This
Yeah.
one and that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Showing the colors. Okay. Because otherwise you were pretty well limited to hair color. You might get some blonde, you might get a rare redhead, but most of them are brown.
Yes.
And I would talk about the rare redhead because your mom
Yeah.
told me that she thought someday that red hair, that auburn red hair, would be gone.
It's very possible. Very possible.
And I had a strawberry blonde gal in here. She was maybe 10 or 12, and she'd already grew her hair and cut it off and donated it.
Huh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Good for her.
Wow.
Okay. So then we've got the reliquaries and
Yeah.
these part of it. I want to do a little
And the
bit more.
domes.
Yeah,
I
and
always
the domes.
pointed those out.
I want to do a little more research on the reliquaries. It always